Hello, fuckos, and welcome to this episode 84 of the Chris Hunter Comedy Podcast with me, Chris Hunter. Hello, folks, how are you doing? Are you well? Are you keeping safe? Are you washing your hands? That is the important question. I am doing okay, thank you very much, folks. I have been working from home for 2 days now because my company has done the right thing and made everyone work from home. And you know what? It's working really well. I'm surprised. I'm happy that it's working well because I was worried. I thought it's either going to work. It's going to go one of two ways. It's going to work really well and be super productive and, you know, all that good stuff. Or it's going to go really badly and I'm going to find myself getting distracted by, like, you know, stroking a cat and stuff like that. But luckily that hasn't happened. I've been doing really well. Been focusing, been getting work done, been having cheap lunch because the kitchen's right behind me, you know what I mean? I've not got to go to Aldi. I've not got to deal with people in the public. And therefore, that is the main gist of it, I'm guessing. It's the point. It works well. Now, I'll ignore the sniffles, by the way. I've just been having a bit of a sneezing fit. Don't worry, I'm not ill. I've not been in here for a while and I got sneezy. So let me see. What have I got to say? Oh, yeah. This week, as usual, we went to the amazing cafe at the end of the universe and Dark Side of the Spoon. Could be the last time for a little bit for us, just because I think we're housebound at the moment. But it's still open, so make sure you guys are still going there if you get the chance. If you live in Warrington or you're nearby, I suggest you go. Just, obviously avoid people, sit away from people, get yourself a takeaway. They do Just Eat. They're on Just Eat. Order it if you're nearby. I got the Irishman, which was this week's special burger, and it was amazing. It was so delicious. I was practically challenged by Andy to see if I could even eat it using my patented burger eating method. And I've got to tell you, it worked a treat. So, it worked well. It was so delicious though. Really, really good. It was double beef patty, melted cheese, deep fried Calcon mash and corned beef patty, which is corned beef hash. Oh, it was good. Fried onions, red cabbage, Guinness cheese sauce, and a potato bun. I love a potato bun. It was really super, super tasty. Is that offensive to do a potato thing in an Irish accent? If it is, I apologise. I don't know if it is or not, but, whatever. It's a comedy moment, you know what I'm saying? It's an impression. And then for the dessert, we had the amazing cinnamon swirl that they made, the cinnamon swirl bun thing that was delicious, super, super tasty. We actually took it home with us because we figured if it's going to be our last time for a little bit, let's get a waffle, because you can't get that at home. You know what I mean? Like, we haven't got a waffle iron. They make amazing waffles here at Dark Side of the Spoon. So we got a waffle. I got the American pie, I think it's called, which is, it's like apple pie with cinnamon and ice cream. And then we got the cinnamon buns to take home. And they were amazing. We heated them up for like 30 seconds in the microwave, giving that little edge that Laura recommended. And it was delectably tasty. So that was amazing. Really good time. I'm going to miss going there for a little bit. But like I said, folks, if you're nearby, please do go there. Not sponsored, by the way. Just saying. Massive fan. Definitely go there or order on Just Eat. They're on that as well. Because a lot of places are having to stay open at the moment. Until the government says that, pubs and restaurants and whatever need to close, then they've got to keep ploughing on. So keep supporting the people that you can do, but safely. Wash your hands, cover your mouth, all that good stuff. What else? So yeah, coronavirus. It'd be stupid to not mention it. Like I've already said, I'm working from home now. People are taking measures. Charlie still has to go to work, but they've closed it off to customers, so she's limited to how many people she sees in a day, which is good. But, people like us who are in generally good health, it's not that much of a problem for if we get it directly, but the problem lies in its contagion. If we get it, okay, fair enough, I'll be ill for a while, but my body itself can get over it. But if I was to pass it on to somebody else and they go and visit a relative or they live with somebody who's in the category of people who are in trouble if they get it, then that's when things get really bad. Because it's not just like the elderly and the infirm who are, at risk for this. You've got people who've got other autoimmune diseases, people with like asthma, bronchitis, all this kind of stuff. So be a lad, do what you're told to do. If you're supposed to be self-quarantining for like a week or two, do it. If you've been on holiday recently to somewhere that you're not supposed to be at the moment and you get home, you're supposed to stay in quarantine, so do it. It's not hard. It's really not hard. You can get stuff ordered to your door. You don't need to go anywhere. So do that, okay? Do the right thing, folks. And also, for the love of God, people are still doing it. A week later, people are still panic buying like fucking bellends. Stop it. You don't need that many toilet roll. You don't need pasta. Why are you buying all the pasta? Excuse me, I didn't mean to spit. I said pasta and I got hungry, okay? I'm a fat boy. Why do you need all the pasta? Why do you need all the toilet rolls? Why do you need all of the other stuff you people have been buying? What? Just stop it, okay? You've got enough now. chill out, let them make some more, and then just buy what you need, okay? Chill out. So yeah, the problem with coronavirus, I tweeted about this before, saying that coronavirus is like pregnancy. If you use protection, or if you're careful, it's good, it's fine, it's okay. We can get through it, it's safe. But if you're not careful, if you don't use protection, it just spreads. There's idiots everywhere, so just be careful, okay? Because there's idiots with 400 kids because they're not careful. There's also idiots with coronavirus and spreading it because they're not careful. So usually similar categories, so keep an eye on people, is what I'm saying. So yeah, it's a shame that like pubs and stuff aren't closing yet because they really should. Like, what's his name? Boris Johnson. He said that the pubs and things are supposed to, like, don't go near them. Don't go to public spaces. Don't go to pubs. Don't go to clubs. Don't go to, shows, all this kind of stuff. He said that, but he didn't say that they have to close. So the problem is if they can't just close because they can't afford to, they'll get shut down, most of them. So unless the government says you need to close your doors, then they can't get like an insurance payout or anything. So fingers crossed, the government are going to say that in the next couple of days because there's a lot of comedy events that are getting closed and could be lost forever if they're not saved. If they're not closed by government order, they're not going to be saved. But speaking of people closing, the Cineworld, as of today, earlier on, Cineworld is closing its doors for the foreseeable until this all blows over. Now, I've got a lot of friends who work at Cineworld. I hope you're all okay. They don't know what's going to happen pay-wise yet because Cineworld usually operates on a 0-hour contract, which normally gives you no safety net for this kind of situation. But if the government pays sick pay or if the company pays, some subsidy, then we should be okay. But I don't know what's going to happen yet. So fingers crossed for all those guys. I hope you're doing okay. Please keep me posted on what happens. But in the meantime, do support anybody who you can do. If you have friends who need help, help them. Okay, it's a tough time for everybody. It's also a tough time for people who have mental health issues and stuff like that. All this is very anxiety driving. I don't know about yourselves, but I had a bit of an issue last night where I get really anxious if I don't know what's happening next. I like to have a plan, and at the moment there's no plan, none at all. Even major life plans are getting changed because of this bloody thing. So sometimes it gets a bit overwhelming, and I got a little bit overwhelmed, not in a bad way, just in a kind of like feeling uneasy kind of way. But it happens to the best of us. So if you've got a friend who struggles at the best of times, do me a favour, be a bit closer, not literally closer to them because we're supposed to stay distant, but be more communicative, if that's a word, to them. Talk to them more, basically. Offer to play games with them online or something, or chat with them, or if people are strapped for cash, send them some if you can, a little bit. I'm not saying bankroll the house for a month. I'm just saying if they need some food ordering but they can't afford to buy it, chip in, get them a chippy, or something that delivers. Just try and be a good egg. Just be a general good egg. You've got to. One thing I heard the other day, which is a really good way of thinking about this stuff, is that you've got to pretend like everybody is infected and that you're infected. That way, you are careful around other people and you're careful to not spread anything. That way, if both things are true, then if both things aren't true, then you've been as careful as possible. I know it's overkill, but you know what? The sooner you get this shit out of the way, the better. And the harder you hit it at the beginning, the better. So let's try and stick with that, shall we? By the way, this is going to be a really short one this week. I don't have that much to say. As you can tell, I've not been doing much. I've been at home. So yeah, it's a weird time. I know there's been a lot going on in the world that I could talk about, but it's not all doom and gloom. So I don't really fancy talking about loads of doom and gloom, you know what I mean? I want to talk about happy stuff. We're here to have an escape. And I know I've had my little soapbox moment, but you know what? It's not all doom and gloom. Like I said, we need happy times. And luckily this week, if you have a look on Netflix, you will see there is a new Bert Kreischer special called Hey Big Boy, or something like that. It's great. I watched it before. I had it on earlier on. And I think it came out today, and it's really good. It's his best work so far. Bert Kreischer, it's weird. When it comes to him and Tom Segura as a team, as a duo on like Two Bears, One Cave, or other podcasts that they're on, fantastic. Winning formula. Tom on his own, winning formula. For some reason, Bert on his own, I've never been 100% on board with. I don't know why. I really don't know why. But this new special, I think, has changed that for me. Bert's new special, best one he's done. I really enjoyed it. And also, there is going to be a new Tom Segura special next week called Ball Hog. Yes, that's right. I said ball hog. That's what it's called, a special. I don't know why. You got to watch it to find out. But that's out on the 24th, I believe, which is the same day as Disney Plus, which is also next Tuesday. So I'm not going to be doing a podcast next Tuesday, folks. We are busy. I've decided I'm going to have some time with Charlie to enjoy Disney Plus. We're going to just chill out for a bit. You guys have all got time to spend doing other stuff anyway, so it's not like, I'm going to keep you busy on your drive to work or whatever, because you're not going to work, so, But there was the, what are they called? The Have a Word podcast with Adam Rowe and Dan Nightingale. They said a few weeks ago that if the country went into lockdown and they can't do gigs and stuff, that they'd do a daily coronavirus podcast to keep everyone company, which I thought was awesome. I don't have the ability to do that, but they do. So go and subscribe to the Have a Word podcast. I know that, if you like my stuff, you will love their stuff. They are hilarious. And they have what I'm missing. They have co-hostery. They have one ear, and together, magic. So, yeah, they've got a lot going for them. They're bloody successful people. But yeah, go subscribe to them, because they're going to start them very soon, I think. And yeah, what else? Oh, yeah, because of all this time we've had, we started watching The Walking Dead again, which we had recorded on the TV for a while now. I say a while. We had a look to see when the first episode was recorded that we had, backed up. By the way, there's 50 episodes. Just to start this whole thing off, we have 50 episodes of The Walking Dead on our TiVo because we've not watched it for a while. And we had a look to see what date the first recorded one was. And it's from season 7, and it was from March 2017. So, 3 years. I did not know it had been that long. I felt like we haven't watched The Walking Dead for about 6 months. But no, it's been 3 years, and we are way behind. But luckily, The Walking Dead's kind of fallen off in popularity, so we've not had to deal with any spoilers, luckily. I've missed them all. Charlie said she's got one spoiler, but luckily she hasn't told me. And I've avoided all the spoilers so far, so please don't tell me any spoilers for Walking Dead. We're a bit behind. But between playing The Walking Dead and between watching The Walking Dead and I've been playing The Division 2, which is an end of the world, apocalyptic kind of gather resources where you can kind of game. And then obviously all this news that's going on around the world. I had a really bad sleep the other night because my mind was rushing. I think I'd played games too late and watched too much Walking Dead. I think we watched 4 episodes of Walking Dead, and then I played Division 2 to top off the night. So I went to bed in full on survival mode, oh my god, what are we going to do when all the resources run out? Have we got enough beans? I kind of sharpen stuff, get me a stick, I'm going to kill all the zombies. I was in that kind of mindset. So that's my sleep that night was heavily disrupted by that mindset, and also the fact that I had a bit of a sinus infection, which I get sometimes after a cold or whatever. I had a cold a couple of weeks ago, and sometimes that happens. So I had that, and the problem with the sinus infection is that it's not like when you get a runny nose, your nose is running, give it a sniff. I've got something in my eye. Yeah, it's not like, nose is running, give it a sniff. It's more like, someone just turned a tap on inside my face, and now it's coming out my nose. Sweet. There's not much you can do about it, apart from wait. So, I woke up in the night to... it's got to be gross, but I woke up in the night to just a mustache of moisture. It was bloody awful. So between... I kept waking up from these vivid dreams of hunter-gathering savagery from the Division 2 and Walking Dead kind of mishmash going on. And I was giving commands to people I don't even know, saying names I've never even said before. I can't remember them now, but they were say for example, Reginald. I don't know any Reginalds, just saying loads of names I don't know for this squad of people I was working with. It's you get this, you get these supplies, you get this, I'll fend them off in the front, all this kind of stuff. Just rapid over and over in my head. So that was a fun night trying to sleep through all that. Every time I fell asleep, it would come back on, I'd just turn the TV back on, and then I'd wake up again, and then back asleep, and then back up again. So between that and the sinus thing, and my cat constantly waking me up, he kept jumping on my chest that night, waking me up, which was really annoying. So between all that, I ended up waking up again at 4 in the morning. And I thought, you know what, I need to clear my mind. I can't keep going back into the same space. So I ended up, opening my Kindle tablet thing, which I used to watch YouTube sometimes before bed. I ended up opening that, just going on YouTube for a bit, looking at something completely different. I think I looked at Rumi Official, who's a singer on YouTube. I think I looked at him looking at other people do covers of something. I can't remember now. But anyway, I watched him for a bit. That helped get my mind off stuff. And about 4:45, fell back asleep. So, yay. That was awesome. So yeah, I needed a bit of a catch up. So luckily, because I'm working from home, I could have a little nap during the day. At lunchtime, I wolfed down my noodles in about 3 minutes. I was like, right, 15-minute nap. And I did it, and you know what? It was bloody good. I wholly endorse a little lunchtime nap. I wish I had the balls to have a lunchtime nap when I'm in the office. Just be like, right, lads, give us a minute, all right? I'm going to have a nap. Yeah, cheers. Can't do that. You just can't do that, can you? So, yeah. But at home, you can be like, noodles done, night. You know, that's fine at home because you live there. You can do whatever the hell you want. So it's been good. It's been interesting, and I've enjoyed it quite a bit so far, I've got to say. But like I said, I've been really feeling more productive, I think, now as I'm at home, just at the moment, because there's so much uncertainty about other people at the moment that when you're in an office full of people, some of which don't cover their mouth when they cough and stuff like that, you know, you're sitting there going, am I going to catch this thing just from being around people? No matter how careful I am. But at home, I know the only people here is me and Charlie, and we're both careful, so we should be fine. So yeah, it's nice, you know, it kind of eases a bit of that stress and tension out of the old noggin, you know what I mean? So yeah, I think that's okay. Right, where are we up to? Oh, it is time for...
Thumbs up.
Wait, wrong one. It's time for... we've got everything playing at once. Alright, hang on a minute. Let's start again. It's time for... that was a real fuck up, wasn't it? Okay. It is time for...
On this day, trivia time.
That's right, folks. It's on this day trivia time, which, again, I've not loaded up yet. I should always load this up and get the interesting ones ready, shouldn't I? But alas, I don't, because I'm what we call in the trade a fuckwit. Apparently it's St. Patrick's Day today. Happy Paddy's Day, everybody. I had no idea it was today. Celebrate the life of St. Patrick, who died on this date. Oh, the picture that they've got of St. Patrick is actually a picture of Marnie the dog wearing a St. Patrick's outfit. Can you see that? Marnie the dog sadly died like last week. One of my favourite online pets. Rest in peace, Marnie the dog. But yeah, happy Patrick's Day, people. Do people celebrate? Do people legitimately celebrate St. Patrick's Day, or do they just get pissed like the Americans? Live TV coverage of the nuclear blast in 1953. What? Oh, it was a test. It was a nuclear test that was broadcast. Oh, that's the one that you see in the stock footage of the house going... and it all getting blown away and the tiles and stuff falling off. Man, my nose is starting to dribble again. I apologise. If you see yellow fluid drip out my nose, it's just sinus infection. Don't worry about it. World War II, I shall return. What? Alright, you know what? Sometimes it just bollocks, innit? The Iraqi War... In 2003, Saddam Hussein was given a 48-hour deadline, and now he's dead, so look how that worked out. The Bee Gees made their American TV debut on this day in 1968. I feel people are getting bored, because I know I am. Let me see quickly. Whoa, John Wayne Gacy was born on this day. He's the killer clown guy. And fuck, does he look creepy in his picture? Look at that chap. Can you guys even see that? I can't see what's on my screen, so I don't know if you can see that or not. I'm going to guess you did. Happy birthday, Rob Lowe. We like you, dude. You're funny. Yeah, funny bastard in Parks and Recreations. And let me see, skip to the deaths. Oh, wait, Nat King Cole's birthday. You know what? My nose is running too much right now. I think we need to wrap this up, because I'm going to start leaking soon. I apologise. Right, let me see. What else was I going to say? It is time for...
Thumbs up or thumbs down.
It's time for thumbs up, thumbs down, ladies and gentlemen, which... I've not thought of yet this week. So, thumbs up, working from home. Bloody loving it. I like it a lot. I endorse it as part of our regular activities if possible. I would like this. Maybe even if just like half the week, half your work week is done at home, half it is done at the office. That would be better for your mental health. It would be better for the environment. It would be better for not spreading diseases. I think. None of this is confirmed. Not a scientist. Just a doof in a study with J-pop and J-rock posters behind them. And thumbs down, let's see, thumbs down would be dickheads who go on holiday to countries that are on a restricted list and then decide to attempt to just spread it because they're knobheads. Not naming anybody in particular, but if your name begins with an R or a J or an M, they might be in the category. I don't know, I'm just plucking them out of the sky, okay? So, right, folks, that is it for me this week. Remember, there's none next week. If you want to get in touch with me, I'm on social media. I'm on Twitter at chrishuntercom. If you want to send me an email, you can email me chrishuntercomedy@gmail.com. Maybe tell me about all your experiences you've had so far with being inside staying away from this disease, this illness. Have you got it as well? Have you got any symptoms? If so, let me know how you're feeling. I hope you're feeling all right. Remember, you can also catch me on Instagram and Facebook. It's Chris Hunter Comedy on both of those things. And obviously on YouTube, where you can watch this very podcast right now. Chris Hunter Comedy on YouTube. So, thanks a lot for watching, folks. Let me try that one again. Thanks a lot for watching, folks. And I will see all you beautiful barstools next week. Bye-bye now. Right, let's go get coffeed.